الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب واحلم يجعل له وجه أحمده سبحانه وتعالى وأشكره وهو أهل حمد وثناء وأشهد أن لا إله إلا وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله ومصطفى اللهم صل وسلم على عبدك ورسولك محمد وأهله وصحبه وسلم. Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah Almighty for such an opportunity. If we knew the value of this opportunity, you would cry more and weep and laugh less. Allah Almighty, if He gave us what we really deserved, never ever would we actually know our Lord. It would be impossible. Allah Almighty, when He sent this world and brought this world in existence, all this world is atoms. Atoms, atoms, atoms. And these atoms are never the atoms in the universe, the atoms in the earth, and in between, these atoms are never coming together to make one atom. They all are in their own universe. They all have their own particular means of glorification. And these atoms, there is no beginning for these atoms. There's no end for these atoms. And to say of these atoms in the elements, to say it started a few years ago or whatever, naming the elements, no. Elements, atoms have been, always have been. And just like Allah Almighty distinguishes atoms, you have an oxygen atom, you have a hydrogen atom, you have atoms of gold, atoms of silver, tin, zinc, platinum. Allah makes a distinction. And all the billions of trillions that you cannot count. When you say forever, there is no count. But in that forever, Allah Almighty always sends examples of the praising of all those atoms. And so they distinguish hydrogen and oxygen. Look at the value, the power of hydrogen and oxygen. How its praising and its glorification of its Lord, the power and the responsibility that Allah Almighty have given oxygen. The hydrogen atom and the oxygen and the hydrogen atoms. Through their glorification, Allah Almighty makes examples among the atoms. That's why through our glorification, and everyone's glorification is different. Even though we may have certain things to say or to do, through one's being, according to how they understand, how they have listened, how they have obeyed, and how they have applied that glorification in their everyday existence, Allah Almighty makes them examples according to their glorification. We have to understand this. Because Allah Almighty, when He created Adam, created all the angels, the angels were in existence before the jinn were in existence before the human beings, and each that Allah Almighty was creating according to their level of glorification determined their rank in divine presence. Angels, they had no will, they were glorifying their Lord. They carried the throne, they do many, many things. When Allah Almighty created Azazel, Azazel's glorification was everywhere. All he was created and was in dunya. This was his domain. Praying everywhere. There was not a spot, nowhere, in all of dunya and all of the planet that Shaitan, Azazel, before he became Shaitan, had not made his prostration. That's glorifying. He was doing some very heavy glorifying of his Lord, Allah Almighty. And that's why the angels were saying, "Oh Allah, who and what is this creature that is praising you and have never seen you?" And the angels ask for that one to come up and to teach them. See, we have to realize that Allah Almighty is teaching everything about Himself. He wanted to be known, so He created creation. See, when you have an endless being that has no beginning and has no end, and He wants to be known, He has to send, when He says, "I'm going to create creation," when He sends creation, it has to be creation. He's teaching us through creation about ourselves, about His glory, His endless oceans and the distances, endless oceans of distances. How can we know? Allah has to send examples of it through the atoms. Atomic bomb is distinguished. Water is distinguished. Oxygen is distinguished. Gold is distinguished. Zinc is distinguished. Silver is distinguished. The sun is distinguished. The moon, the stars are distinguished. Based on their glorification, determines one's rank. And yet, Azazel was praying everywhere. There was no place he was praying. Wasn't praying. Called him up, teach the angels. And when Allah Almighty created Adam, that's when it all hit the fan. Everyone was trembling. They didn't know why they were trembling. They didn't know why they were worried. They didn't know why they were fearing. What is going on? What is it about this that Allah Almighty is taking from dunya is affecting us? Azazel said, if it's going to be something that's going to be over me, I'm not going to obey it. And if it's going to be something under me, I'm going to destroy it. Why would he feel that way? Why would he feel that way? If it's below him, I'm going to destroy it. If it's above me, I'm not going to obey it. Why would he be feeling in himself anything other than, alhamdulillah? He already knew. See,